Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of DCA Takedown. This is D-Wall here with you once again, and we are continuing the Road to Glory tournament. 2 episodes, this one and the next one, before DCA shift high stakes. And tonight we have 4 more tournament matches set for you as we continue on the road to shift. It's going to be a great night of action, as always, from DCA. Fans are ready. I'm ready. I hope you're ready at home as well, folks. And we are kicking it off with a big match here, as the Soldier Atlas Jones makes his way down to the ring. Last time we saw Atlas, he defeated Jamal Bedlam in one of the hardest hitting matches I have ever called. But tonight he's going up against the man who got a bye into this tournament in Mikey Truth, who's replacing Asani, who has not been seen or heard from since Malachi beat him at Redemption. And so this was the suitable replacement. Mikey Truth, one of the legends in this business, a man who certainly deserves this opportunity, a man who certainly deserves this spot, and a man who, quite frankly, should have been in the tournament from the jump, in my opinion. But in any case, Atlas Jones has a tough task ahead of him tonight. Also tonight, we have Chris Knight and Kiyoshi Saiba a tournament match. Speaking of Malachi, he will be fighting Kenshin tonight. And JC Stone will take on Jeremy Paisley. That will all take place tonight. And of course, the quarterfinals will take place on the next episode. And the winner of this match will face Tyler Parks next episode in the quarterfinals of the Road to Glory tournament. And as you know, the winner of the Road to Glory tournament, the overall winner after the main event of Shift High Stakes, will challenge for the DCA World Championship at Gateway to Heaven, which will be taking place early next year. The first mega event, the first super card, if you will, of 2023 for the Destiny Championship Alliance as we inch closer towards our 10th year. It's hard to believe I've been doing this for 10 years, folks, but it's going to happen June 1st of 2023, but that's still a long ways away as we're focused now on this match right here. Mikey Truth and Atlas Jones one-on-one, and these two men, if memory serves me correctly, I believe they've only fought once, and maybe once before, and that was in CCL, but that may not have happened either. So I know some people will probably correct me, but in any case, this is the first time I believe that they're fighting in DCA. So this is going to be a very interesting matchup, to say the least, for both of these men, especially considering that whoever wins this match will get one step closer to gaining an opportunity at the DCA World Championship. As I stated on the last episode, or at least the last time Atlas was in the ring, Atlas Jones has the best win-loss record as far as DCA is concerned, the best win-loss record when it comes to beating Zach Stone. He's fought him 5 times, and Zach has only beaten Atlas once, and that was at Proving Ground 5 to retain the world title in his second championship run. Oh, big kick by Mikey into a quick cover, only getting a 1 count. So if Atlas goes on to win this entire tournament, he has a good shot of beating Zach Stone because he knows exactly what it takes to beat him. But Mikey Truth has that opportunity as well, as see only a 1 count out of that cover. Mikey Truth, like I said, one of the greatest to step foot in a wrestling ring. SPW 2K, CCL here in DCA, other promotions. He's seen it all. He's done it all. He's not a rookie by any means. He's a well-traveled veteran. He's seen it all as he gives that knee right to the head of Atlas. Quick cover after that. And this time he gets a 2 count and he almost got a 3. So for Mikey, you do know that he wants to do anything it takes to get to the world title, or at least to have a shot at a title here in DCA. Because remember, the winner gets a DCA world title shot. The runner-up, if you will, gets a shot at the Celestial Championship. As you see, a nice corkscrew shooting star press, or corkscrew moonsault, excuse me. It was one or the other. The action was going so fast I really didn't catch it. There was a shooting star press, but Atlas got his knees up at the very last second to block that. And now Atlas with these forearms right to the face of Mikey. As I was saying, the winner of the Road to Glory tournament gets a world title shot. The second will get a Celestial title match. Cover 2, no. And that Celestial title match, I can confirm, will take place on the Takedown after Shift High Stakes. So that's episode 182, folks. Episode 182 of Takedown will be the Celestial title match. Whoever comes out of the Road to Glory tournament with that title opportunity, 1, 2. No. So it will either be Michael Connolly or Haru Glory coming out of that as the Celestial Champion, and the winner will face the overall second place of the Road to Glory tournament. Third place at random will get a pure title match. Fourth at random will get a burnout title match, and then the fifth and sixth random entrants, they get chosen out of the semifinalists, will be getting a, Mikey gets these kicks in, the semifinalists, and at this point we'd be going into some of the quarterfinalists as a double foot stomp by Mikey. 1, 2, no. We'll get a tag team title match. Those two will have to team together, because if they do not, let's say there's two people that don't necessarily like each other that get picked out of that group. If they decide they don't want to team together, then they will forfeit their tag team championship match. As you see Mikey reversing that powerbomb into a sunset flip. 2, no. So if they forfeit that opportunity, then another team will get it in their place. So 6 men here in the Road to Glory tournament. The top 6 will get an opportunity at championship gold, and I think that's a fair shake when you see all the people that made it to that point up till that opportunity. You know, 6 people competing in that kind of style. You do have to say that they earned a title match. Meteor only gets 2. But you know, all these men that are left in this tournament, they don't want to be second, third, fourth, whatever. They want to be the man. They want to be the guy. Just like every person on this roster, they want to be the guy. And if you're going to be the guy, you got to take out the guy. And right now, that's Zach Stone, who, from what I've understood, as we see Mikey Truth going for the most overused death spot in virtual wrestling, the superplex to the floor on the Atlas. And that might be what he needs to take the Soldier out. But from what I have been told, Zach will be medically cleared. He's been getting MRIs and everything after what happened with Yujiro Hanma at Redemption. And his MRIs are coming back good so far. Mikey missing that there, and now Atlas trying to take advantage. Reverse power slam. And his MRIs are coming back good. We're just waiting for final confirmation, which we should get after another final medical examination after shift high stakes. But he should be cleared to go for Gateway to Heaven. So whoever wins this match will be getting a 100% Zach Stone by that time, as now Mikey going for another sunset flip. 2, no. And now Atlas, big overhead belly-to-belly throw by Atlas now. Into another cover, and only a 2 count. Also tonight, the former big DDT, former VW Tag Team Champion Suplex Mountain will be in action as Mikey goes over the top rope with an excellent dive. Former VW Tag Team Champions Suplex Mountain will be in action later tonight against the future War Cult, who I'm sure would love to get a big upset over Suplex Mountain and move one step closer to the Tag Team Champions, the Bladerunners, who are awaiting their next challenger coming out of this Road to Glory tournament. Big pile driver. And Atlas got cut up on that pile driver, and he had to grab the rope because I don't think he was going to kick out of that. I honestly don't think he was going to kick out of that pile driver if he didn't grab that rope. And now Mikey with an Irish whip and went for the forearm, but Atlas got his elbow up. Big boot by Mikey. Mikey now shoving Atlas into the corner. Double knees. Now can Mikey take advantage of this opportunity that he's created for himself here? Mikey's on the top rope. Twisting around. Mark of an icon does not hit. And now Atlas running in. Front line. And that took everything out of Atlas, and he knows it. So he's going to try and put the exclamation mark on this. He's got him. I haven't seen him hit this in a while. Soldiers march. And Atlas Jones advances. But what a match this was. Mikey Truth put up a hell of a fight against Atlas. Once again, Atlas having to work for that win, but in the end, Atlas Jones knew he had only one shot to make this count, and it did. Hitting the front line, and then just for some added insurance, hit the Soldiers March. But Mikey Truth, like I said, he put everything he had into this match. He made Atlas work for that victory. This was not an easy win by any stretch of the imagination. Mikey kept fighting with everything he had to get this opportunity. But at the end of the day, this is how it ended. You see Mikey, you saw how tired he was going to the top rope. He didn't have the energy he probably should have, and that's what cost him those extra seconds to get up to that top rope, those extra seconds to get set on the top rope. And Atlas took advantage, hit the front line, but you saw how tired he was. And being the man that he is, being the veteran that he is, realizing that that front line may not have gotten the job done, he didn't complain, he didn't waste time, he went right for the Soldiers March, dropped him on the back of his head. And now we know our semifinal for next episode. Two DCA Day 1 guys fighting it out. Atlas Jones and Tyler Parks. No strangers to one another by any means, but only one of them can move on to the semifinals at Shift. Will it be Atlas Jones or will it be Tyler Parks? We're going to find out next episode, folks.
Why leave anything on your front lawn, under your porch, on the side of the highway when you can store all that stuff my way down here at Jones Big Ass Truck Rental and Car Storage? Now, I know y'all got stuff at your house that you don't need no more, you don't want. You know you ain't gonna use that printer. Why keep it all around your house? Bring it down here to my house. You ain't the Dukes of Hazzard. You know you gonna use that ugly yellow luggage. You don't need all this crap. What you gonna do with this? This is not what it... In my yard, I don't care. I'll store this motorcycle in that van for you for $10.99 a month. You got old tires, they charge you $3 for that old tire. You can rent a truck, you can store a car, they don't care, bring it on down here. You ain't got to put that old tire for $3, for less than that. Hell, for you, for $3 they gonna charge you, I do it down here for $1.50 down here at Jones Big Ass Truck Rental and Storage Facility. Now friends, you may ask yourself, how in the hell can he store this stuff for such a cheap price? Put this in a box, mark it for you, put it away, seal it. The fact of the matter is, I'm pretty drunk right now and store it. And this is a drunk discount sale down here at Jones Big Ass Truck Rental and Car Facility. You got an elephant, I got space. Send me smoke signals. You got weed, and I'll store anything you want. Go ahead and give me a call or find me on them internets at www.jonesbigasstruckrentalstorage.com. That's JONES Big Ass Truck Rentals and Storage.com. This is a bus. You know how big a bus is?
We are back to DCA Takedown, folks, and we are getting set for our next tournament match, which should be a good one. Two technicians colliding here, one-on-one. The true chess master, Chris Knight, who got a bye in this tournament, former CCL World Champion, former CCL National Champion, a legend in this business, and a man who is another man that's on Chris's hit list, if you will. A man who assaulted Chris McLean when he came back to DCA, and ever since then, Chris McLean, not Chris Knight, but Chris McLean has done everything possible to keep this man off of DCA, because he realizes that Chris Knight loves attention. And because Chris Knight loves attention, the best way to stick it to him isn't by assaulting him from behind. It isn't sending goons after him. It's just not booking him. But Chris Knight is here regardless. And here comes a man who has been on a tear in this tournament so far. And one of the toughest men in this business, Kiyoshi Saiba. A man who's been all over the world even recently. A man who is a current champion in other promotions. A man who runs his own promotion, if I'm not mistaken. A man who wants to be a champion here in DCA. That's been his goal since the moment he stepped foot in this company. He started chasing the pure championship. He's had several opportunities for it, and he's come close on many occasions. But at this point, if he wins this match, he goes on to the quarterfinals, and he will face, if he goes on to the quarterfinals, he will face, if you followed up on social media, he'll face Travis Touchdown, because on the last episode of Takedown, Luka Khan did score. As you see, Kiyoshi not wasting time, going for the strikes immediately on Chris Knight, realizing that Chris Knight will try to tear him apart limb from limb at the beginning, so he's going to do the same first. But as I was going to say a moment ago, is now, look at this. Wait a minute. Ripcord knee strike. This match could be over about 45 seconds into the match too. No. If you followed up on social media on the last episode of Takedown, Luka Khan scored a victory over Travis Touchdown. However, when reviewing the tape, we could see that Travis's fingers, his hand, his whole hand almost, was underneath the bottom rope, and AJ Monahan did not call that. So the decision in turn was reversed, and Travis Touchdown now will advance to face the winner of this match next episode in the quarterfinals, as Chris Knight only gets a 1 count off of that. I went for something there, but Chris, wait a minute, look at this. Chris Knight, 2 points, amateur wrestling takedown. Nicely done there by Chris Knight. Now Chris going for these strikes, going for the heavy hands, and drops him with a forearm. And now Chris going back in for another quick cover. Very smart. He's called the true chess master for a reason. He's one of the most calculating men in the game. Very cerebral. He knows exactly what he's doing when it comes to this ring. And just like I said about Mikey Truth earlier, he's not a rookie. Neither of these two men are. They know exactly what they're getting into. As now Kiyoshi just striking away on Chris. Uh-oh. Oh, big knee. takes Chris Knight all the way to the ground. And now, look at this again, working on the arm of Chris Knight. And that might be a smart idea. And going now for the cross arm breaker. He's trying to get that arm fully extended, and if he gets that arm fully extended, this match is over. But Chris Knight, being a submission expert like he is not going to let that get him down. As now going for the legs of Kiyoshi, which might be a smart move, because you take out the legs of Kiyoshi Saiba, you take out a good chunk of his striking offense. And one thing Chris Knight is known for, and has been known for his entire career, is working on the limbs, working on the ligaments of his opponents. And Chris Knight knows that, and he's going right after it. He's not wasting any time. As now, look at this. He's going for an Indian Deathlock, and he's got it locked in. And if there's one person that knows submissions probably better than anybody, it is Chris Knight. But Kiyoshi Saiba is just as skilled when it comes to submission wrestling, so it's going to be a tit-for-tat game. If you want to talk about a chess match, you got the true chess match, no pun intended, in this one here between these two men when it comes to the submission game. Chris Knight going for a back suplex. Kiyoshi dropped down, but oh my goodness. And that's what I'm talking about with Chris Knight. He can think 2 or 3 steps ahead at a moment's notice. And you see now Kiyoshi holding that left leg. And referee AJ Monahan, a man Chris Knight knows very well from CCL, checking in on Kiyoshi. And Chris Knight again right back to that left leg. And if Kiyoshi is going into the next episode with a bad wheel, that's probably not going to be good if he does end up winning this match, because Travis Touchdown, you do not want to go into a match with Travis Touchdown with one bad wheel. As Chris Knight, again, just targeting that leg. But for Chris, I'm pretty sure he doesn't want to get satisfied by just giving Kiyoshi one bad wheel and then having him advance. No, he wants to win. He's in this match right now to win. And Kiyoshi going for Brainbuster. And he snapped that off quick so he doesn't put any extra pressure on that bad leg. 2, and only a 2 count. As I said before, Chris Knight, an expert at submissions, but so is Kiyoshi. He's been working on the arm through most of this match. Oh, Knight with a punch right to the kidney, it seemed like. It's now, and here's that technical expertise of Chris Knight again, hanging Kiyoshi's knee onto the rope and then just sending his entire body into it. And again, Kiyoshi holding that left leg. And that might be an issue through the rest of this match. And if anything, Chris Knight plays his cards close to the vest. And he probably planned this from the start. Let Kiyoshi wear himself down early. Let him wear himself out with the strikes early. And then Chris could come in from behind, pick a body part, and go after it for the majority of the rest of the match. And that's exactly what he ended up doing. But Kiyoshi now using his his right leg, not his left, to try and slow Chris down a little bit. Now Chris is getting targeted with the leg, his leg getting targeted. And now, oh, wait a minute, rolling right back to the arm, cross arm bar on the rope. He's only got till 5 here, though. He can't keep that locked in too long. Oh, but Chris, went for something there, and Kiyoshi caught him with a forearm now. And now scoop slam. But you see, look at that, the knee gave out immediately. That left leg gave out immediately, and Chris Knight swept it right from underneath. And this is what I'm talking about. Chris Knight, a very smart, tactical, professional wrestler. And now Kiyoshi drops him with the GTS. And for extra insurance, the PK. I don't know how much of that he got, but Chris Knight's long reach, able to get to that bottom rope with his foot. And a back fist spinning Kiyoshi around. Checkmate. 2. No. That was a perfect strategy by Chris Knight. Back fist into the checkmate. I don't think Chris Knight expected it, but he worked with it. And now Chris with a right hand and another one sending Kiyoshi down, and a drop kick sends him all the way down. Chris Knight in firm control here. Trying to make it to the next round, but Kiyoshi's not going to let him have it. He's not going to let Chris Knight take this lying down. Back inside the ring, Kiyoshi gets kicked away by Knight. Knight running in, going for a knee lift, doesn't get it. Dragon screw by Kiyoshi. And a backdrop, a high angle backdrop. Went for a kick, doesn't connect. Kiyoshi bridging that suplex, that regal plex with a bridge. 2 count. As now Kiyoshi going right back to that arm. And now again, just delivering more strikes. And now Kiyoshi waiting for Chris to get back up. But again, Chris Knight, that veteran instincts. Those veteran instincts that he has. Oh, big right hand and went for another one. Kiyoshi kicked him away. And now a kick, savant kick from the top rope. Trying to get some feeling back into that leg. And now, no. Forearm. Kiyoshi. Big arm drag. And now, from the mat. Knee strike again. Oh, but Chris Knight rolling to the outside of the ring. But I don't know if he's safe there. Kiyoshi, top rope, went for the drop kick, and he got it. And Chris Knight landed on the Spanish announce table. Kiyoshi sacrificing his own well-being to move on to the next round. And that's what Kiyoshi is all about. Big kick. Taking Knight down, and again, Knight rolling out of harm's way to avoid a pin. And now Chris Knight, sunset flip. 1, 2, only a 2 count. And now Knight trying to take advantage. Half Nelson backbreaker. And now if Chris hits this, it could be all over with. No. Chris now in the corner. Oh, got hung up. He got hung up in a big forearm right to the midsection. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Jesus! Double foot stomp by Kiyoshi on the Knight. And Cyber looking to end it, but Chris Knight caught the foot and gives him a German. And Chris Knight is back in the driver's seat. There's that knee he was looking for earlier. Knight running in. No! And he tweaked his knee on the landing. And Knight, big knee strike again. And that could have knocked him out cold. And it did. Wow! Chris Knight put a hell of an effort in, but it was that 1 second where he went in for that drop kick, tweaked his leg on the landing, and Kiyoshi, being the veteran that he is, the well-traveled veteran that he is at this point. I mean, you could call him a veteran. He's been all over the world. He's fought some of the best and the biggest and the baddest in this business. This is the turning point right here. Chris run in, and right there you saw him hurt. You saw him holding his knee, and Kiyoshi realizing he only had one shot. He had to make it count right on the button. Might have been that left leg that was hurt, but he knew he had to sacrifice it in order to advance, and now Kiyoshi Saiba will advance, and next episode he will face Travis Touchdown in what should be a hell of a matchup in the quarterfinals of the Road to Glory tournament. We are back. This is DCA Takedown. We just had two great not quarterfinal matches, but two matches to move on to the quarterfinals on the next episode. And now we'll take a little bit of a break from the Road to Glory action to get in some tag team action. As here they are, the Future War Cult. Jesse Black on the right, Sid Black on the left. They've been a fixture here in DCA, but they've also been seen in Battle Pro. And tonight they are looking to get closer to the Tag Team Championship picture. Right now the Bladerunners have no challengers for these tag team titles, and the reason for that is because of the Road to Glory tournament. But you gotta believe that Jesse and Sid want nothing more than to gain a victory here tonight and move closer to that goal, because I don't believe they have had a shot at the tag team titles before. But to do that, they must fight an established team in Suplex Mountain. Kerry Roberts on the left, Chris Douglas on the right. Two men who have been to the mountaintop, no pun intended. Former VWU Tag Team Champions. And this is going to be a hell of a match. Between two teams who, like I said, want to be in that tag team title picture. Uh-oh. And Kerry Roberts not wasting any time. Kerry Roberts not wasting any time on Jesse Black here, as now he's going in for a Dragon Sleeper. And Sid is protesting it, obviously. But, oh, Jesse trying to get some kind of advantage back right now, because Kerry Roberts did not waste any time in this match. It's now double underhook into a backbreaker. And we got two more tournament matches coming up for you here tonight. A big, big match, probably one of the biggest that we have ever had here on Takedown, is coming up in our main event. Malachi and Kenshin, one-on-one. The winner of that match will face Malik Brown on the very next Takedown. And Jeremy Paisley, the silent protagonist, takes on JC Stone in another tournament match. That match is coming up after this one. So stay tuned, folks. We still got a lot of action left to go as Kerry Roberts sends Sid Black into the corner, and now tagging in Chris Douglas. For those that don't know these two men's story, Kerry Roberts and Chris Douglas were two men that were fighting over the Pure Championship back when it was first introduced a few years ago. They had a best of 7 series, and out of that series, they became good friends. They were bitter enemies. They became good friends, and they decided to be a team. And ever since then, they have been one of the best teams in VW history. One of the best teams in virtual wrestling history. Again, they've been VW Tag Team Champions. Only just recently losing those titles at Prestige 5 to the Riot Brothers. So, and you know how tough the Riots are. They still haven't been beaten, if I'm not mistaken. So it had to take a team of that caliber to beat Suplex Mountain. And if Future War Cult can pull off a win here tonight, that puts them right at the top of the line when it comes to challengers for the tag team titles. Oh. Uh-oh. Suplex. Double team suplex, and Chris having to roll away, and there's a lariat. And Chris Douglas, just when you think Suplex Mountain are out of this match, they get right back in the swing of things. And that's what made them VW Tag Team Champions for as long as they were. Oh, Sid trying to fight back, but Chris is right there. Uh-oh. Chris now lining something up. Springboard European uppercut by Chris Douglas, and now tagging in Kerry Roberts. Uh-oh. Kerry now ringing the arm and stomping down on the elbow. Oh. And now. Oh, big kitchen sink. Jesse ran right into it. And now Kerry Roberts lining up that knee and driving it, right to the side of the head of Jesse. But Jesse kicks away. Oh, and again, Jesse, once again, Suplex Mountain just coming right back in control. And Jesse able to roll it to the outside. But Kerry Roberts following him out. And as you notice, AJ Monahan is not counting. For those of you that don't know, ever since last season, I believe it has been. Actually, for a few seasons. It might have been last season. Anyway, for a very long time now, I'll put it that way. For a very long, it's been a long few years, folks. For a very long time now, DCA has enforced a no count out rule in tag team matches because there were too many times where teams would go on the outside of the ring and they would just beat the hell out of each other until both men were counted out. And I didn't like that. And management didn't like that. And board of directors didn't like that. So they made the judgment call. There are no countouts in tag team matches. Disqualifications, yeah, there's plenty of those still. You get disqualified, you lose. But when it comes to countouts, we don't got any of those anymore. So they can fight out there as long as they want, as long as they get back in the ring. Which these two did. So there you go. And Jesse sending Roberts back into the corner. Now sending him into his corner. And now look at this. Snapmare. Sit off the ropes. Big boot. Right to that beard. That's not going to be very flattering. Big uppercut by Chris Douglas, who got the tag. But Sid, once again, able to take control immediately. Is now, wait a minute, what's this? He's got him up. Back suplex on the apron. And that might be the turning point of this match, folks. Kerry Roberts is down and Sid is going right after Chris Douglas on the outside of the ring. And you got to think this is smart strategy if you are the future War Cult, because you want to take the fight to Suplex Mountain, wear them down in order to get a victory. But Chris Douglas, one of the toughest men in the business, is not going to sit idly by and let Sid just punk him out like that. Oh, big shots by Chris Douglas. And now, oh my God. Oh man. These two teams, again, like I said, they both want to be #1 contenders for the tag team titles, but you could see there might be some kind of a rivalry forming between these two teams with the way they're going at it. Oh no, oh no. Big back suplex. Sid just bounced off the mat there. And that is not thick on the outside. That's at least half an inch or an inch thick. And underneath that is concrete. So Sid is not hitting any bouncy pads out there, folks. And now Jesse gets the tag back in. Chris Douglas sliding back into the ring. And another uppercut by Douglas. Douglas can throw those uppercuts like nobody's business. And now, wait a minute. Chris Douglas running in. John Woo drop kick, or at least a double knees anyways, into the corner. But Jesse again fighting back. Went for the heel kick. Undershot it just a little bit. But now Jesse keeping on the offense. There's some clothesline. Now Jesse, kick to the spine. And now, running STO by Jesse. Big backdrop. And now Again, Douglas with an uppercut. Kick. Uh-oh. Oh! And again, Chris Douglas, every time it seems like Suplex Mountain are on the outs, they get right back into the game. Dr. Bob! Oh, and Sid took out Roberts and broke the pin up. But I don't think it matters now. Gotch pile driver. And that could be it. 1, 2. No, Jesse kicks out. And now Chris Douglas trying to get some momentum again for Suplex Mountain. There's a heel kick in the tip. That corner of the boot cracked him right in the head and busted him open. Those hard boots, they can cut you up sometimes. Another Dr. Bomb. Doesn't go for the pin this time, though. But Jesse again continuing to fight. And now, uh-oh. Look at this. Double gut buster. And that could be it. No, Roberts. Again, but Future War Cult, to their credit, they have isolated Suplex Mountain, and that's the one thing that the Riot Brothers did. They isolated Suplex Mountain, and that's what got them the win. And now, this could be it. They've isolated Roberts. They're taking him out. There's a double backstabber. 2 and no. Uh-oh. And I don't think Jesse's done. My God. He might have knocked him out. That could be it. Kerry trying to get there, but he can't do it. There it is. Future War Cult with a huge upset over Suplex Mountain. And that's what I was talking about. Future War Cult isolating Suplex Mountain. Keeping them away from each other. And Future War Cult may have just jumped the line in terms of challenging the Bladerunners for the tag team titles. That was a huge upset win. Luka Khan, though he lost that match to Travis Touchdown by referee reversals of the decision, the fact is he's still fixated on the DCA Pure Championship. He wants Takeru at 100% for that match. He does not want Takeru to either not show up, which we still don't know if he will or not, by the way, because of this whole Mizuko fiasco, and having his head bashed into a TV set at Redemption. But Luka Khan is firmly convinced that Takeru will show up at Shift, and when he does show up, he will beat him and become the new Pure Champion. But right now, JC Stone is in the ring, a member of the Blood Trail. Some say some say with behest, against his will, if you will. JC Stone has been trying to redeem himself after some, let's just say there's been some personal things that have been going on in his life. But there's been some personal things that have been going on in this man's life as well. Jeremy Paisley, a man who, if he wins this match, whoever wins this match, will next episode take on Lupin the Third in what should be a hell of a match either way. But yeah, this is going to be a great match. I can feel it. Paisley has been on a mission to prove himself. And I talked to Allison Simone earlier today, and he said, she said, because he doesn't speak, she said that Jeremy's felt for the last couple of months that there's been nothing for him. He's felt like every time he's tried to get somewhere in DCA or UWL or wherever he's been, it feels like he's just gone one step forward, two steps back. And, I would disagree with that, because to me, Jeremy Paisley's a blue chip athlete, a man who has well past proven himself, a man who's well past proving that he's redeemed for the past that he's had with the Heretic and everything. But at the same time, he feels probably that he has not reached that yet. And maybe he feels like he will reach that if he becomes the DCA World Champion. Or at the very least, gets a shot at it. But to do that, he still has a long way to go. And now Paisley quickly going in for a sunset flip, but doesn't get a count. Now, Paisley, this isn't going to be a grappling exhibition by any means. This is going to be two men beating the hell out of one another for the right to move on to the quarterfinals. And for Paisley, like I said, he wants that shot at the world title. Remember, when Zach returned at Proving Ground this year, the man he kicked in the head first was Paisley. He was the first man that got that super kick from Zach. And that was after the last world title match he had. And now, big spine buster by Stone. Quickly going in for a cover. One, and only a one count. And then he took out, after that super kick to Paisley, then he super kicked Josh McLeod, who we heard from earlier, And apparently Josh McLeod wants his hands still. 1, 2. 2 count. Apparently Josh McLeod wants his hands on the current VW World Champion, Zaya Steele, whether he is the champion or not by that point. He wants his shot at Zaya Steele ever since Steele kind of disrespected him by walking past him a few takedown episodes ago. Big clothesline by Stone, taking Paisley out. And now Stone is in firm control of Paisley right now. People may not like it, but JC Stone, don't sleep on this guy. Oh, sidestepped that neck breaker. Went for a knee lift, but capitalizes quickly. Stone now with a right hand. 2. Only a 2 count. And now Stone again just laying in the heavy hands. That's what JC Stone does best. Lays in those heavy hands, those strikes. But Paisley trying to match him, and you know, Paisley could. But I think this is what he needs to do a little bit more of. Using that speed. Cover. 2. Only a 2 count. Now Paisley running in and gives him a boot right to the collarbone there. And now, big elbow drop. Leg is hooked and only a 2. Again, the winner of this match will face Lupon the Third. Next episode of Takedown. We already know 2 quarterfinal matches, or at least 1 quarterfinal match, excuse me. No, 2. 2 quarterfinal matches. Atlas Jones will face Tyler Parks, and Kiyoshi Saiba will face Chris Knight. No, that was earlier. Kiyoshi Saiba will face Travis Touchdown, excuse me, as Paisley with a suicide dive to the outside. And the winner of this match, like I said, will face Lupon the Third. And then we have our main event, Kenshin versus, oh my goodness, Kenshin going one-on-one with Malachi. And JC Stone waiting for Paisley to get up to his feet, going for maybe a scoop slam, a power slam. No, Paisley said, I don't care what you were going for. Paisley creates wrath. Nicely executed, but only gets a 2 count. And Paisley with a nice moonsault. Great height, great elevation, but not enough to get 3. And Paisley's got to be thinking, what do I have to do to put this man down? Maybe this. Wildcat super kick does not connect, and again another flapjack by JC Stone. And another one this time. Oh my God, that was a Sinclair if I've ever seen it, folks. That man has a full express VIP trip to the Johnny Sinclair Memorial Fairgrounds Hotel Lodge Inn and Suites, but his feet were underneath the bottom rope there, and JC does not like it. And the last thing he needs is a fine right now. Oh, went for a right hand. Paisley, big knee, Chelsea grin, shades of Allison there. His wifey, if you will. And now Paisley just sending JC right into the barricade. And now doing what he has to do to put JC Stone away. Swinging neck breaker while he was draped on the apron. And like I said, Paisley doing whatever it takes to get to the next round and get one step closer to the DCA World Championship match that he wants so desperately. But JC Stone's not going to sit by and let Paisley's dreams run him over. Not by a long shot. He wants that title opportunity just as badly as Paisley does. And Stone, knee lift right to the gut. Going for Brett's rope, the most dangerous rope, and there is a forearm right to the head. And now Stone. Oh my God! And that could have knocked Paisley out right there. 2. No. I'm honestly surprised that Paisley. I mean, it's hard to say that I'm surprised only because we've seen Paisley go through much worse than this. But JC Stone hits hard. And it doesn't take much for JC to knock somebody out. Uh-oh. Lockdown German. 2. No. Which one of these two men will go on to the next round? Drop kick gets swatted away by Stone. Stone went for that combination. Paisley, there's the Pele. And Stone wisely crawling to the corner to try and pull himself up, but Paisley right on him immediately with the shoulder tackles. Off the ropes. Went for a forearm, but got nothing but the turnbuckle and the bottom rope, and he might have hurt his arm on that one. And now, there's that combination that JC was looking for earlier. Those barrage of punches. And again, went for another one and got a Gamengiri instead. And Stone has to roll to the apron to avoid a pin. Went for a right hand. Paisley gets a forearm instead. Went for a kick. Paisley moved out of the way. Paisley, jackknife. Jackknife pin, 2 and no. Paisley, went for a kick there. No. And Paisley had his arm wrenched, but no. Fights out of it. Went for a drop kick. Right hand just rocked him. And another one spins him around. And elbow. Straight elbow. Bone on bone, and that busted JC open. Going for the elbow dropping. Stone moved out of the way at the very last second, and there's a lariat. And now what's JC doing here? Oh, look at that. Just yanking him out of the ring. And now the right hands. This JC Stone's going to be a player in DCA. I can feel it. And if he wasn't aligned with Blood Trail, he'd probably be even more of a player now, but he's got that contract with him. He's got that contract with him, so he really can't do much. Oh, my God. He can nail that rolling elbow, though. And now he's looking to finish, but Paisley catches him. Pushes him away. Paisley. Rolling Wildcat super kick. And he's going for another one. Paisley drops him with another one. But he's too close to the ropes. And now look at the strength of Stone just yanking him off the mat. Uh-oh. Now Stone, look at this. Drops some snake eyes on the turnbuckle. And now trying to pay back Paisley, trying to split him open now. Wouldn't be shocked one way or the other in that regard. JC running in, went for a boot. Went for a lariat. And now, oh, here we go. That combination again, those body shots and then the uppercut. And now, Stone. Oh, no. Oh, no. There's that elbow again. And oh, my God, look at the way Jeremy's head landed on that bottom rope. Uh-oh. Paisley caught him. Paisley caught him. Kick to the gut. And the path to redemption. One and done. What a match. Hard hitting. As hard hitting of a match as I expected it to be. But JC Stone, he put up a hell of a fight. I may not like the blood trail, but you can't deny that they got some major players in that group. That much is for certain. But here's how it ended. Look at this. Bam! And look at how his neck landed on that rope. You'd think that would be the end. But he went for the insurance, and Paisley knew he only had one more shot, and he took it. Path to redemption. JC already a bloody mess. And Paisley will now only have a short time to rest, because he's going to have to take on a motivated Lupin the Third. And the winner of that match moves on to the semifinals at Shift High Stakes. But congratulations to Jeremy Paisley on a hard-fought win here tonight.
Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again. Your heart is true. You're a
Kenshiro continuing to tease and whatever else he does. But I'll be dealing with that in due time. I'll just say that. We got our main event coming up next, folks. And this one, if you're not hyped for this match, if you're not hyped for this main event, then I don't know what to tell you. I don't know where your pulse is, because this is going to be a good one. These two men have done it all. Legends in their own right, forged their own different paths. But tonight, they will be colliding, and I am 99.9% sure of this, for the first time ever, anywhere. Kenshin, the current True One Pro World Heavyweight Champion, who defeated John Blackos to get to this point. A man who's held that True One Pro World title for a very long time and has defeated some of the best in this business to do so. Malachi, a man who earned his way into this match, into this tournament, a bye in this tournament, by getting Asani to pass out at Redemption in what was supposed to be a tag team match with him and Claudio against Yujiro and Asani, but that did not happen because Yujiro and Claudio beat the hell out of each other all through the building, to the point where Claudio was the one bloodied and laid out. And Yujiro is still on the prowl somewhere. Claudio is over in UWL taking care of hatred business. But you know that is far from settled between those two. And here comes the ghost, Malachi, a man who his reputation precedes him in this business. A man with a complex past and an even more complex present. But a man who, when he steps inside that ring, is one of the best to ever do it. His reputation, like I said, precedes him. His list of matches that he's had that people have ended up talking about even to this day is like it reads like a who's who. And tonight, he faces a man he's never fought one-on-one. And the winner of this match, get this, the winner of this match on the very next Takedown will face Malik Brown, a man that both of these men know. Kenshin perhaps more so than Malachi, but in any case, you know Malachi has been wanting to get his hands on Malik Brown at least once inside of a ring. Kenshin and Malik have long since known each other, so there won't be much history revisited on that front. And here we go, folks. The main event of DCA Takedown episode 180. It is Malachi and Kenshin. And these two men staring each other down. And here we go. It's going to probably be a feeling out process to start this off here. Like I said, both of these men have been in this ring before against some of the best in the world, but they've never fought one-on-one. Kenshin taken down by Malachi with a side headlock. Now Malachi getting brought up by a side headlock by Kenshin. And now these two jockeying for position. And now again. These two, like I said, they're going to jockey for position. They're not going to waste time. They're not going to, well, I wouldn't say waste time. Let me put it in more accurate terms here. They're not going to make any rash decisions early here. These two men are veterans. These two men have known what it takes to get to the mountaintop, to know what it's like to win the big match. Kenshin's not going to rush things. Malachi's not going to rush things. But what they do need to realize is that there is a time limit. If there was no time limit, we'd probably be here 60 minutes. But we only got 15 to cover here. So whatever they're going to do, they got to do it. And they got to do it at least before that timer runs out. Because when that timer runs out, if they have not scored a fall, one or the other, then they're both out. And then that means Malik would either get a replacement, because we don't do, buys in that sense, or he just goes straight to the semifinals. And I'm sure Malik would not want to go to the semifinals like that, as he went for a kick, and Kenshin was just able to duck out of the way. Kenshin now off the ropes. Went for something there, doesn't connect. Malachi, whoa, gets shoved down. Malachi, went for the kick, and Kenshin body blocked him. Right hand, went for another one, gets a forearm by Kenshin. Kenshin gets a kick to the midsection. Irish whip. Duck down. Runs over. Kenshin went for the lariat and gets a drop toe hold into the middle turnbuckle there. Oh. Two, no. Uh-oh. Big uppercut. And another one. And another one. And a scoop slam. And now Kenshin's going to slow it down. He's going to slow it down. Not take any unnecessary risks, like I said earlier. Oh. It's now, wait a minute. Half clutch suplex. Very nicely done. Wow, there's a lull in the action here. Wow. While there's a lull in the action here, I want to talk about the next episode of Wildcats really quickly. Bridging Dragon Suplex 2 count. The next episode of Wildcats is going to be a big one, folks. The Road to Glory tournament will continue on episode 188. Celeste Mira will take on Tifa Lockhart. Veronica Domino will face Morgan Raincroft. Ayumi Otanashi and Sakura Hagiwara. That'll be the main event. And then Abby Thorne and Ellie Rose. Wow. Knee lift into the flatliner by Malachi. Only gets a 2 count. So again, just to reiterate that, Morgan Raincroft and Veronica Domino, Tifa Lockhart and Celeste Mira, Abby Thorne and Ellie Rose, and Sakura Hagiwara and Ayumi Otanashi. That is all coming up on the next Wildcats as the Road to Glory tournament continues on that side. And on the next episode of Takedown, the final one before Shift, as now you see, look at this. Kenshin with a diamond dust almost there. Hooks the leg and only gets a 2 count. The next episode of Takedown, spoilers if you just tuned in now, which by the way, you need to go back and watch the rest of the show. It's a good one. It's a good one. But I'm giving you 5 seconds. still here? Great. So, next episode. Oh, God. What a exploder by Malachi. Next episode is the quarterfinal round of the Road to Glory tournament. Atlas Jones will face Tyler Parks. Kiyoshi Saiba will take on Travis Touchdown. And Jeremy Paisley will take on Loop on the third. What a tope over the top rope by Malachi. And the winner of this match will face Malik Brown. And that is the complete quarterfinal round of the Road to Glory tournament that will take place on the next episode. The winners of those matches will face off at Shift in the semifinals. And then, of course, the finals will take place on that night as well. So whoever ends up in the finals will have had to wrestle once already. Oh, so they're going to have to win twice in one night at Shift to get a shot at the world title. But I'm sure they won't mind it. Malachi with a big clothesline. For the drop kick, Kenshin rolled out of the way. Reverse DDT. But Malachi right back to his feet. I shouldn't expect anything less from these two. Clothesline. Another clothesline. And a third one. Oh. Now Malachi running in. Big drop kick to the side of the head. Malachi now running in. Kenshin. Oh, another tope by Malachi to the outside of the ring. And that's what Malachi does so well. He can do it all. Technical wrestling, brawling, high flying. He can incorporate all of that into his repertoire. And now look at this. No. Kenshin. Oh. Just a straight right hand. And now, oh, big right hand. And now Malachi, I think, might be going for the most overused move in virtual wrestling today. The Superplex. Right to the center of the ring. And now, Malachi running in, went for a drop kick. And now, Kenshin. Fisherman Plex, no. Northern Light Suplex by Malachi. Oh. And now, oh, wait a minute. Another Dragon Suplex with another bridge. No. You know he's going to be looking for... Oh, wait. Kenshin caught him. This has been as hard-hitting as you would expect from these two men, with 5.5 minutes approaching on the clock here. And again, another straight right. Went for a drop kick. Malachi gets out of the way and gets a drop kick of his own. And that one landed flush. And you can see AJ Monahan checking in on Kenshin to make sure that he's all right. But you know Kenshin's not going to quit. Kenshin, oh my God, a drop kick of his own. Kenshin now. Uh-oh, big DDT. Uh-oh, wait a minute, running in. Japanese arm drag. Uh-oh, went for a lariat, and Malachi gets nothing but the top rope. Uh-oh, what's this? Kenshin, big moonsault. 2. No. And now Malachi, oh, gets an elbow and a right hand. And now he's got him up. Shibuya Stunner. Could that be it? No. I thought he was closing in on a victory there, but it is not to be, not just yet. 3 minutes 45 to go. Big chop sending Malachi into the corner. Went for a lariat. Does not connect. Chop. And a flatliner. And now Malachi waiting for Kenshin to get up to his feet. Big dragon screw. A deep dragon screw leg whip. And now, Malachi, wait. Going for something there. But Kenshin got the elbows in. Kenshin up. Malachi gets put down with a slashed ride sit-out powerbomb. But Kenshin knew he was too close to the rope, so he did not go for a cover. So, wait a minute. I think he's gonna hit it again. He's going to hit it a second time, and he does, and this time he sits out for a pin, and Malachi has to get his shoulders off the mat before 3. Rolling out of the ring now, hanging him up on the top rope. Malachi went for the drop kick. Kenshin with a big back forearm right to the back of the head. And an uppercut. Now Kenshin on Brett's rope, the most dangerous rope. No! I was going to say he was on the most dangerous rope, but that's why it's the most dangerous. Irish whip by Kenshin. Kenshin going for a drop kick. Malachi swats it away. Kenshin swats his away. Right hand. Going for the Shibuya Stunner again. And he connects with it. And now Kenshin could be lining himself up. Taichi's hilt could be coming. No! Went for it, didn't connect, and gets a back suplex for his efforts. And Malachi now seems to be sizing him up, but big spine buster. A minute almost on the clock. Both of these men have got to hurry. And now Malachi rolling to the outside of the ring. I don't know if that was a wise decision with a minute just about on the clock here. And now 58 seconds to go as Malachi slams Kenshin down. Kenshin now sweeps the leg. And now, went for an elbow. Malachi running in. Went for a cutter. And no, went for Taichi's hilt. Doesn't connect. And right into the corner. Kicked him right in the corner. His head bounced off 2 of the 3 turnbuckles. There's the knee lift. He's got him up. TKO. Dropped him down and it's over. Wow. What a match. These two men brought it. Look at this. Went for Taichi's hilt, doesn't connect. And watch Kenshin's head. Bounced off of the middle and the bottom turnbuckle. And as Kenshin was trying to get up to his feet, Malachi knew he had to take advantage. Big knee lift. Lifts him up on his shoulders. Hits the TKO. And now we know it's going to be Malachi and Malik. Which one of these two, between Malachi and Malik, which one of those two men will move on to the semifinals? We are going to find out on the next Takedown. As for me, I'll see y'all in a little bit on Wildcats. Stay tuned, folks. The doubleheader continues with more Road to Glory tournament action.